A Christmas message of hope. A Christmas message of hope. Hey, I'm Viv, the life strategist, helping busy driven people go from chaos to, I was going to say confusion. No, they're already confused. To clarity, so that you can enjoy life more. Because why not, right? Why not? Why not enjoy life? Why not live it in a way that is fulfilling, full of meaning and purpose and vitality and feeling good and all those wonderful things? Okay, maybe you don't feel that way today, or maybe you do. And if you do, and it's Christmas and it's fantastic, why are you watching this? Go and do your stuff. But if you're just tuning in because you love it and you just want a quick message, I'm here with you. Or maybe you need a message of hope. So, yeah, sorry, don't have one for you. We're SOL over here. No, I'm kidding. The thing is, the holidays is such a complex time for people. I invited a neighbor over for Christmas who is a beautiful soul, has become recently a single mom. And she was like, no, I don't want to come over for Christmas. And I'm like, why? Because I knew that they weren't doing anything else. I'm like, why not? And then she's like, because, the holidays, not a happy time for me, And I'm like, yeah, well, maybe it's time to change that, And then she's like, no, because she was stuck thinking about herself. And I was like, well, what about for your son? And she's like, oh, yeah. Okay. All right, I'll be there, right? And of course, we're going to change this holiday, not just for her son, but for her as well. And I hope for you, because you also deserve it. If you're in a place where, and maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, maybe that's not your thing, or but whatever, this is a time where some people are getting together with families, and sometimes that can be very wonderful, and sometimes it can be very complicated, and sometimes it can be painful. But I think what you can always do is find the good wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you're with, even if it's just with yourself. What can you be grateful for in this moment? Because you are alive for a reason. Something most terrible has not happened, or you wouldn't be here. That would be the most terrible. Even sometimes people think that, I'd rather that most terrible thing happen. No, it hasn't happened. And maybe you're not that far down, and maybe it's not that dark. But maybe you're just feeling empty. And maybe things are just happening and you haven't tapped into the thing that makes you feel alive. But you will, because you're alive. And when you're alive, there's always hope. Don't say you've tried everything, because that's impossible. It's impossible to have tried everything. And you never know what might happen tomorrow or later today. And in the here and now, I'm sure that you can find something, even if it's just one thing, to be grateful for. I remember I had COVID quite a few times, and while I was lucky. I was not, as some really unfortunate people, in a hospital on a respirator or something like that, which I can only imagine, or worse. I did have a lot of respiratory issues, and I have had a lot of respiratory issues in my life. I suffered from childhood asthma and very severe attacks. And so when I had that, I was like, oh man, when I was going to sleep, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to have to go to a hospital and be on a respirator, which was like a nightmare thing to think about. And so now, even when things don't go my way, or it's a gray day, I'm always grateful that I can breathe. And on the days that I'm sick and I can't quite breathe, like my nose is all stuffed and I'm like, I'm not going to get a good night's sleep. There's still something else I can be grateful for. like my son is breathing, my husband's breathing, or I live in a place where I'm free, you know. I have that opportunity, an amazing opportunity to touch maybe even just one person today in this live. And hopefully just brighten their day a little bit, just by accessing that beautiful, healing, amazing emotion of gratitude in just the simplest things. And it really is. I was talking to a beautiful soul, Zen practitioner. She was a monk for over 25 years. And she had a lot of difficulty with gratitude. We were like talking about like, how can we teach our children to be grateful? Well, model it. Well, just be grateful, right? And it's like, well, what if you didn't grow up in a house where people were grateful? What if you didn't have any good models? And gratitude is like a hard thing to access. And she said, like, just start with the little things. That's what they do in the monastery. You just start with the tiny little things. Like, and she was saying, like, I'm grateful that what was it that she was depressed. She was grateful that she was depressed because it led her to this place or whatever it was, you know. You can be grateful for a lot of things. So search inside yourself or inside where you are. Find some beauty or something that you can be grateful for in this moment, and build and build and build and build, because it's a skill. It's like a muscle. And the more you exercise it, the more it grows, and your life becomes beautiful. Because it doesn't really matter how much you have. And I think you know that. It doesn't really matter how much you have. What matters is how you feel. And you're in control of that, even though sometimes it seems like we're not. And we often look towards the outside for like something. It's fun to pursue outward things. But then the real challenge is how to master this internal world. And gratitude is accessible to everyone, and we can start in baby steps. So go ahead and do that now on this beautiful day. And let me know how it goes. Okay? So if you like this, please like, share, follow, subscribe. And remember to wake up with passion, to live with purpose, so that you can sleep.